Even though scientists have been studying the human brain for many years now, there are some things they still can't explain or even begin to comprehend. Sleep paralysis is one of the things that are still not entirely resolved, but we have some notion of how to handle it. This type of disorder can happen to anyone, and most people experience it at night. Thanks to many studies and people who have experienced it frequently, we have some idea of what happens when your mind and body enter sleep paralysis. So, what is sleep paralysis? In layman's terms, sleep paralysis is described as waking up and feeling so paralyzed that you literally can't move. For most people, this sensation can become a very traumatic experience with serious consequences. But before we get to the list of things you should never do during sleep paralysis, make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon for more notifications. Never ever panic. If you wake up feeling paralyzed, it's extremely important that you don't panic. The worst thing you can do at that moment is panic. Instead, as you're lying there, you should try to remain calm, because panic always leads to negative thoughts. Since you're in sleep paralysis and practically half asleep, having negative thoughts will literally bring out the worst things your brain can imagine. If you do start to panic, try to rationally explain to yourself that the things you're experiencing are not dangerous. Anything bad that can happen during sleep paralysis is within your mind, so if you can learn to control it, you will have no issues whatsoever. There is no escape. Sleep paralysis is not something you can escape from. By trying to escape, the only thing you will accomplish is having a panic attack, and we've already said that you should never do that. If you really are paralyzed, you have a unique chance to enter what scientists refer to as lucid dreaming. This means that you will know what you're dreaming, and there are no limits to what you can do within the dream. Escaping from sleep paralysis implies that you won't be able to enter this lucid dream, and this is an experience you do not want to miss. Don't overdo it. There is a thin line between staying in sleep paralysis just long enough and staying for too long. The longer you stay, the higher the chance something really scary will appear. If you're experiencing sleep paralysis for the first time, you should try to leave it as soon as possible and try to enter into a lucid dream. Nevertheless, people who have experienced sleep paralysis say that this is a matter of personal preference. Whether it's your first time or you've experienced this on multiple occasions, the bottom line is that you have to leave sleep paralysis. Think happy thoughts. Like we've mentioned before, being in sleep paralysis means that you're caught somewhere between your dreams and the real world. As confirmed by many studies, thinking of something during this state can and probably will make it appear. That's why the most common side effect of sleep paralysis is hallucinating, and these hallucinations can be both audio and visual. They are usually based on your emotions and thoughts, and sleep paralysis will make your thoughts become a reality. This would imply that a simple shirt you left on a chair can seem like a dark figure, or become any other creature for that matter. As long as you give it meaning, that creature will come to life. You will not be able to move. During sleep paralysis, you won't be able to move. This means that if you try to move any part of your body, it will not work because your body is paralyzed. It's during moments like these that people start to panic. But as we've mentioned before, panicking should be avoided at all costs. Panicking leads to negative thoughts, and that's exactly what you should be trying to avoid. You don't want bad things to happen, do you? Nevertheless, there is an upside to moving during sleep paralysis. Scientists recommend trying to move and wiggle your fingers and toes. You just need to make sure you do this slowly, without trying to move too fast. Otherwise, you might start to panic. Bear in mind that it will take time to get your body parts moving, so try to remain as calm as possible. You should never open your eyes. If you ever find yourself in sleep paralysis, whatever you do not open your eyes. As stated before, sleep paralysis causes audio and visual hallucinations, which might make it tempting for you to open your eyes. Instead of opening them to see what type of hallucinations you're experiencing, scientists suggest the opposite. The safest thing to do during sleep paralysis is keeping your eyes closed. That way, you won't notice any dark figures moving across the room or trying to reach you. Keeping your eyes closed allows you to focus on positive thoughts and helps you switch the state of sleep paralysis into a lucid dream. On the other hand, if you're really eager to open your eyes and see your worst nightmares, make sure you tell yourself that whatever you are seeing is not real. Following the steps on this list will help you prevent traumatic experiences. But if you've experienced sleep paralysis before, share your experience with us in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on this topic.
We'll show you everything worth knowing.